Milkas. So today we have a very interesting topic to talk about today. A lot of things to unpack. We're going to talk about how I made this profit. This is a $6,000 plus profit from a $434 account, and then I held this trade for 2 days, and I made a lot of profit from it, like you can see on your screen, $6,000 in profit. So we'll be basically talking about this, why I took the trade, what made me take the trade, why I held for 2 days, what kept me holding the trade, what was I seeing? And then we'll be looking at a very important topic that I've always wanted to share with my YouTube community, which is what makes a trade invalidated. That's you're a good trader, you can analyze. When do you know where to put your stop loss, or where to know that, okay, at this point that the market gets to, that means that the trade will no longer sell or it wouldn't buy anymore. So this is a very important and educative video, highly insightful. I really advise you watch it to the end and make sure you get a lot of knowledge from it. Content I share here on YouTube, they are premium content. Premium. I'm giving it out here free. So make sure you're subscribed to this channel, turn on the notification bell so you see whenever we upload contents like this. And we've done a lot of contents like this, so always refer back. So yeah, without wasting time, let's start the video. We're going to use this volatility 100 index signal that I sent as a yardstick. So you can see the entry point of the signal. We first of all had the signal sent to the signal group, sell volatility 100 index with the stop loss and the take profits, and the entry point as well. And you can see that's where exactly I entered my trade. Now the point is, why did I give an SL there, and why is the entry at that point? That's what we're going to look at in this video. How do you know that a trade is still going to sell down? How do you know where you start your trading from? And then the reasons behind it. So I'm just going to upload a video of me analyzing this same particular trade with my online mentorship students. That's what we'll be watching, and then it will explain everything in details. I do hope you get a lot of knowledge from this and you make money as well. Remember, the reason why we're making this video free for everyone is because we want people to be able to replicate this themselves without needing help or just giving their money to brokers and all. So I do hope you gain a lot of knowledge from the video you're about to watch. So I gave a signal on 100 index, and I want to explain to us why I gave the signal for 100 index. The reason behind it, I'm going to delete everything and I'm going to analyze from beginning, analyze afresh. So you can see where I entered already. So I'm going to do my analysis and just explain why I entered there. So first off, I'd have to check if the buy happening here is done. So let me go to my daily time frame. So if I draw this, what's happening here?
Invalidation.
So what's happening here? Breakout and retest, right?
Exactly.
Is that a valid retest?
Yes.
Yes.
And the second one, is it below or above the?
When a breakout happens, there's a change in direction.
But this is a fake breakout. What happens when there's a fake breakout? What do we do to the trend line when there's a fake breakout?
Remove the trend line. Trend line to that place.
Yeah.
Exactly, we'll move the trend line there. So let's go to H4. Here. So a valid breakout and retest. So now we can see that the market has changed direction for a buy. So it's safe to say that the higher time frame is asking us to buy. But then is this the action trend line? For when I took this trade now, is this the action trend line?
No.
Exactly. So because this is a breakout and retest though, but it's not the action trend line. It's the action trend line if you're taking the market around these areas. But now that the market is here, it's not the action trend line. That means you still have to draw other trend lines in other time frames. So the first one we'll draw is this one to check if our buys are done, or if we could still go for a continuation of a buy. Then we'll have this. There's a breakout here. The breakout is valid. And the retest, what kind of an imperfect retest is this? What kind of scenario is this for an imperfect retest? You could say that
In the
it's
second sale.
when it's seen on the higher time frame as this, but then in the lower time frame, it's an invalidation. So this is a breakout and an imperfect retest.
That's a double top or so.
That means that the H4 is giving us a sell. Have we found our action trend line yet?
No.
Exactly. So we haven't, because the market is not currently at that place. But then we have H4 for a sell. That means you look for a continuation for a H1. Daily time frame is what the daily time frame asks us is telling us to. Daily time frame is telling us to buy.
Buy.
H4 is telling us to sell. So I want you to follow. So we're not having conflicting things from the time frames. So the next thing we're trying to do is if we can have a continuation. So we draw this first in H4. Trend lines are in continue, meaning I should continue drawing it. So I go to H1, and the next one I'm drawing is from here all the way down to this place. So good. So what is my H1 telling me now? What can I say that my H1 is asking me to do? H1 it's a sell. Then the sell is what? A continuation. So have we found our action trend line yet now?
Yes.
The action trend line is asking us to sell.
Sell.
So we go to M30. I should go to M30, right? Look at
Yes.
this.
No, let's go to the lower.
No, go to the lower
No,
time frame. Because we
M15.
found our
15 actually.
because we found our action trend line, we move to the lower time frame.
Exactly. Once you found the action trend line, immediately you go to the lower time frame to pick your confirmation, because you're trying to confirm the action, right?
Yes.
Perfect. So let's go to 15 minutes. So we're going for a continuation of a sell, but then there's a huge buy that happened here. So I'm trying to confirm that this whole buy is done. As at when I took this trade, why I took it here, even though I drawn this, and then I saw that, okay, this market will get up to this place. But why I took it at this point is because I was like, here, I had the horizontal line here, and I felt, okay, that, sometimes this markets might not get all the way up to this. You might just use because of this level and use it as the higher time frame. So that was my H1 higher time frame sell. That was my my action trend line. But even though I still had this, so this is that part of imperfect retest where I was telling us that even though you have a lower time frame confirmation, but then the higher time frame can be like a magnet to it. You understand that? So in 15 minutes, I'm trying to confirm. So, and I draw this. Let's see what's happening there better. So for me, when I took the trade, because there was a breakout here. Even though I didn't wait for the retest, this is where the retest should have been at. But I took the trade here because of the breakout. But this is where the retest should have been at, because there's a breakout and then a retest all the way back there. So the trade becomes invalid when the market, let's say you can have an SL a bit above here. Because the continuation, and you know how continuations behave. So an invalidation of this, you could just take your trend line a bit up, maybe beyond this, all those kind of stuff. Maybe you could say that is an invalidation would be when the market breaks beyond those areas. That's to be very sure. Or because it's a continuation, you want to be sure of your entry. Now that all this part has played through, you could just bring the trend line to this place and then wait for a breakout, retest of there. Do we understand now?
Yes.
So, but now this market has gone beyond our confirmation. Why is this not an invalidation? It's not an invalidation because the market was trying to react to the lower time frame confirmation at this point. So that means it's not an invalidation yet. Because one of the reasons for the inventory test I gave us, one of the scenarios I gave us was that when the market is trying to react to the confirmation, take profits. Oh, now for me personally, that holds for this thing. My first take profit has to be all the way down to this place. If you now look at the higher time frame, H4, if you now look at the higher time frame, and then you see that, okay, there was actually a breakout and retest here. But then what if that breakout and retest has been invalidated? It has not been invalidated though. It has not been invalidated, but there's a sort of change here. So that means there's a possibility that the market could still sell all the way down here, break through this one and hit here. Why is it trying to hit here? Because of, let's go to D1 to see that first trend line we drew. This one here. Sorry, this one here, this one. But that would be the other topic that we're meant to talk about, to know how to hold trades. Because in this case, we'll be talking about holding the trade. But for the end, for the first take profit around here and then all the way down there.
Okay. The point where you said the price is actually reacting with the trend line from the higher time frame, in the lower time frame. So I think, okay, yeah, that you said is not an invalidation.
Yes, it's not.
Yeah, so it's not an, okay. I just need more clearance on that.
So it's not like this now. Normally, this is how an invalidation would look like. I would say that this is invalidation, right? But then we said that in imperfect retest, that sometimes when market is reacting to trend line, it might not necessarily hit at that place and just start selling like that immediately. And one of the scenarios for the lower time frame is when the lower time frame confirmation, if you check your book, you will see it. When the lower time frame confirmation is close to a higher time frame trend line. So in this scenario now, even though that this is a higher time frame, you could see that the market can't, if the market hits here and starts selling down from here, that means it didn't meet the lower time frame trend line. Right? So it's trying to hit the lower time frame trend line is what now triggered it to be imperfect.
Okay.
That's for that part. Then when the market still came out a bit, it was still within that same range. That's the part where we said when market is trying to form price pattern, especially double top and double bottom. So that means it's still valid. Right?
Okay.
That means it's an validation that the market is still in the trend that it is in. Yes.